Just like more.
Should I just use it here? Okay.
There you go. Button up, button down. There you go.
Okay, so the title was "Where Were You?" or it's our Fox River Day 22. But I'll come back to that at the end. But just a couple taglines about Friends of the Fox, and this is what this is all about. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. So I brought a special guest here today, and they're making their way up. Careful, we're not insured. My favorite color. You're probably not used to being on land. Got it? One more. But there, yeah. All right, come on over. Come on over. So just to introduce you, I'll let you help. Come a little closer. Look out for the thing right there. Okay, so can you please introduce yourself? Have to translate. That's good. Oh, so it's not really the Fox River. This is the representative of the Fox River watershed. Okay, so that makes sense. Maybe some, raise your hand if you've heard of Aldo Leopold. No, I thought so. The concept of the land, right? So that's what they said. They're really the land. And so it's the microorganisms, it's the water molecules, it's the insects and the birds. So what is it that you do? Oh, yeah, okay. So it's been doing this for a long time, 10,000 years, you know, creating unique physical features and creating a dynamic and diverse ecosystem and a variety of habitats and the flora and fauna that come along with that. So, you know, great job. Like, we really got a great watershed. Oh, there's more. So not only that, but the Fox River watershed takes care of humans and gives us beauty and resources and a variety of opportunities. And their favorite humans were the Native Americans. We gave a lot of respect and used resources, but the current ones, not so much with the respect, but getting energy and appreciating the beauty and the wildlife, but a lot of heavy recreational use right now. So do you have any current concerns? Yeah, I know. Okay, so one concern is, like, been doing this for 10,000 years, but the last 200 years have been really different. Lots of abuse during that time, and being dammed and drained and diverted, and all the impacts of sprawl haven't been very good. But the watershed's forgiving. Okay, it's always changing, so we really have a chance now. So what things make you happy? Oh, the last 50 years. So thanks to regulation and restoration efforts, things have gotten a little bit better. And thankful for all of you, for all the things that you do. So let's hear for all of you. And it's the ag people, the planning people, the research people, and the people that take action. So is there anything you'd like to ask us to do for you? Well, that's pretty easy. Just be a friend. Like what if friends do? Like they care about you, right? They take care about you. They try to figure out when you've got some problems and they want to address that. So is there anything in particular? Oh, yeah, well, one really great way to show your friendship is to participate in It's Our Fox River Day, because that's what it's all about. So can you come back here a little bit behind me? All right, and you can help me tell the story. So the founder of Friends of the Fox River knew right from the beginning that one town, one county, a couple groups of people are not going to do the job at protecting a whole watershed. It takes a collaborative effort. Kudos to putting this summit together, however that started, but we're seeing people from all over the watershed. Hackmatack crosses the state line. That's the big barrier, really, for our watershed, because we have to be true to our jurisdictions if we're a taxing body. For that, we're going to hear about a bi-state mussel survey, and the fabulous fox is another really great example of us all working together somehow. So we can do it. So It's Our Fox River Day is a demonstration of service. And so we played around with the letters, and I got advice with the acronyms, but you can figure it out, I think, by reading it. So it's an offering. So it's a day of offering. It was born with the concept of a watershed-wide cleanup. Like that's the easy, tangible thing to do as a restoration thing. But at Friends of the Fox, we like to pump up the fun factor a little bit. And so we want to accept any kind of celebration whatsoever. If you just like have your own moment, is fine with that. So if you just look down, so in 2021, we put some strong energy towards it, and we had some pretty good results, but it was pretty Elgin-centric. And so for 2022, we gave ourselves some goals. So it was 50 events over the whole watershed, 200 miles. And I think we wanted, I don't remember what I said, 1,000 people, you know, something like that. Well, you can see we really increased greatly from the previous year. So we're hoping to grow as well. So I'm not going to dwell a whole bunch on the past. I want to look forward, but we did achieve, indeed, the Waukesha to Ottawa. Jenny, thank you for that. Like that was the big tie for that. But we had Waukesha events, and we kicked off with Hackmatack 10th anniversary celebration, and with Lake Geneva Environmental Council, and we had they in fact had another 8 partners relative to that. So hats off for getting that going. So we had over 50 events. I put the number of participants as reported because we only had 31 events report the number of people, so I don't have super accurate numbers, but it's the power of partnerships. So the team that ran It's Our Fox River Day was really 4 people. It was Jenny, it was Caitlin, who's at home, maybe listening. There was another person in here, Karen Flowers, and myself. But it was because lots of people stepped up to host events and stepped up to support those events. So really, it was 100 partnerships that were involved with the whole thing. If you go to our website, and well, I'll show you the acronyms again for that. But we have a tab for It's Our Fox River Day, and you can see our requests for 23. But if you go down a little bit, you can see results for 2022, and you can see all the organizers that are on there. And it's just way too many to give credit. And I want to shout out just a couple that I know are in the room, and I'm sorry if I miss anybody. But the Village of Algonquin, I guess Michelle's representing the Village of Algonquin here today. But it was the library that put the event together, but they had 8 different partners there. Port Barrington put together a big celebration. They had over 14 partners at their event. That was, I think, the longest one as an all-day event. I mentioned Hackmatack, Cindy with the Boone Dutch Watershed Alliance in the city of McHenry, and maybe the Defenders of McHenry County. St. Charles, we'll let Jessica represent that from the Conservation Foundation. That one had the most people. I think it was cleanups at 9 different sites. I think I saw Jeff here from the Flint Spring Creek. Whatever your thing is called, Watershed Coalition. That's not some of mine. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong. But they did restoration plantings there. And so I'll just share some of the other ones. So service organizations like the Rotary really stepped up. Like those kind of people are asking, like, what do we need to do all the time? So we got great response from that. We got other service organizations there, as you can see. We had individuals do their own thing. I mentioned Jenny's paddle. Karen looks really tiny in the picture. She focused on tiny trash, like the days of washers, dryers, and rear ends of cars. We don't have so much of that anymore. It's all this really terrible, tiny plastic, single-use stuff. So, and then the paddle, those were all beginner paddlers, and that person put it together, and she charged the people and gave us a donation out of that, and that was unexpected. We had businesses that stepped up, so we had Tai Chi and yoga, all other bunch of other different kind of celebrations relative to that. We had a film that's coming out next month, so the film crew was there for most of the cleanup. So when you see that movie, you'll see some of that. So I'm bringing it up to now because we're ready to go now. So our goals this year are doubling the number of events. We're not going any bigger than the watershed. And we're shooting for 3,000, kind of the 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. So I'm asking you where you were for 2022. But I shouted out to a couple of people, but we're not going to dwell on that. It's really about where you're going to be for It's Our Fox River Day 23. So I'm hoping that's everybody. You know, if we think about 1/3 of our watershed is in Wisconsin, we did not have 1/3 of our participation from Wisconsin. And that's no like dissing, you know, we're centric in the middle urban corridor. But we really want to work on more Wisconsin participation. So today is a plea to the Wisconsin people. We also want to pump it up with schools. Schools are a big focus for the rest of the year. We had schools, but really Jenny picked that up. Like that's her torch this year, is schools. So I know all of you went to a school. It maybe wasn't in the watershed, but maybe you know somebody that goes to a school that's in the watershed. Could you please connect us with that school so at least we can offer them? We have a brewery thing going this year. Right now it's in the central part of the watershed, but I think it can grow. So they're going to make different brews. We're going to have a passport. You can go to different places and win stuff. It's going to be a month long, so it's going to start in August for that, so you can gear up for that. We're going to focus more on businesses. We did not put It's Our Fox River Day in the organization budget because it didn't used to cost anything, but we're talking about swag and promotion and et cetera. So we're going to look for more sponsors, but we're going to start out with people that have Fox River, Fox Valley in their name and see if we can make a connection with that. We're going to, and I'll just move on. We're looking for sponsors. So our role as Friends of the Fox River is really to be the umbrella for it. And so we can't be everywhere. We have a small staff. Our board is really hardworking volunteers, but we can't be everywhere. So we want to help people get organized, do your own thing, and recruit for you and advertise. And that's one reason why it's maybe attractive to businesses, because we're going to be promoting for a couple months with that. If you go to the website, I mentioned there's a tab that you can see what it looks like on there, and that's where you can do everything. And I put together this as like, if you wanted to do a big cleanup, these are the players to have on your team to make it successful. Because if you have that, you have it all covered, probably. But please think about yourself individually. Do you work for an engineering firm? You know, maybe you would want to advertise that. I think I whipped through all those quick. But at any rate, there was some that have adopt a highway site and did a cleanup. If you have a faith organization or a poker club, you know, you could go down to the river and play poker and enjoy the scenery. It's all about like getting connected to the river and sharing that out with everybody to inspire others. So what I'm asking of you is to be thinking about it, but I'm asking you to commit today. I know you don't really know me, but if you go to the website before lunch, it's just FOTFR.org. You could do it right now. I won't take that as disrespect. You can get on your phone, right? I know you know how to do it. And you go there and you click on It's Our Fox River Day. It says ticket, but you can register. Just put your email down and then you can fill in your name. But I'm just asking you to do that so you will commit somehow. You don't have to say what you're going to do at all, but that way we can connect with you and support you. And if we can get the ball rolling today, that will be really, really helpful. So I encourage you to do that. And if you want to communicate, maybe you want to make us your contact. So you could put in Friends of the Fox River and that IOFRD at FOTFR is email address for us. So that will be directly to us. And we're going to rely more on text messaging this year too. We found out that like emails, like it's not a double-digit read percentage on there. So I'm asking you to sign up to host an event. You don't have to stay with that. Get somebody else to take your place, the scout leader, you know, or whoever with that, but get yourself down there. And if you sign up now, after lunch, I'm going to look at the list and somebody's going to get, at least one person, I'm going to buy a raffle ticket for you to win that incredible canoe. And on your table, you should find the QR code to go right there to It's Our Fox River Day with the explanation. I have more of those. Whoop, lights out. And you should find one of these at your table, and you can just use that QR code to buy a ticket, or you can buy one directly from me. I seem to have lucky fingers, so if I'm touching your ticket, your chances are better maybe. So that's it. Thank you for indulging us. Please sign up to be a host and then just see what happens with that. But thank you all on behalf of the Fox River Watershed for all that you do. Thank you. Go with the flow.
All right, well, Gary gets our representative of the river off the stage. Everything is prepared for lunch, and we'll see you back after the lunch.